This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Cloud DevOps Batch 49. So before I start the session, I want to give a quick recap on what's been covered in the previous session. Previous session is a demo. Today is session one. So yesterday we spoke about what are the tools, technologies that we are going to learn as a part of the DevOps and which cloud are we going to learn. We saw that almost 15 plus DevOps tools we are going to cover, and the majority of the cloud consumption that we are going to do on the top of Amazon Cloud, because Amazon Cloud is one of the major consumer. I mean, one of the major user and the adopter. So we are decided to go with AWS because in AWS the number of jobs are more. So we don't want to proceed with DevOps implementation with AWS. Also, if exclusively in the Indian market, Google Cloud is also one of the highly used and booming. So we would like to consume and see a high level overview of Google Cloud as a part of the training. Okay, so this is what we have seen, and all the tools that we see here are Linux based. Okay, all the tools that you see here are Linux based, and yesterday with the proof we have seen that Linux is a market and Linux consumption is almost 99.99% of the market. Okay, so guys, in operating systems majorly there are two variants of operating system. One is graphical user interface, another is command line interface. Okay, graphical user interface is just like your Windows. If you want to create a file, you'll right click it. Okay, you'll say that I want a file. If you want to open a file, you'll go to the file, open a file, and if you want to do anything, all the options will be available on the screen. So you're just selecting it. In command line interface, it's not like that. Whatever it is, Linux, the one of the most powerful and highly used enterprise infrastructure operating system, Linux, is CLI based. Okay, whatever you want to do, you need to hit a command. Whatever you want to do, you need to hit a command. Like if you want to create a file, you need to create a file. You want to increase the disk space, you need to create a file, or you need to update the file. Okay, if you want to update some property, update some property in Linux, so again it is a file you need to update. In Linux everything is a command and everything is a file. Okay, that is fundamentally very important, and there's a first point you should learn when you're going with Linux. Okay, Linux is a command line operating system, and at the same time it is completely file based and file oriented. Whatever you want to do, if you got a problem or if you got an issue, first you need to understand, oh, that means I'm getting an issue, that means there should be some file, I need to fix that file or I need to update that file. Okay, so in Linux everything is a file and everything is a command. That's all. Okay, so again, in okay, before I proceed further, anyone have any questions on yesterday's thing? Anyone anyone have any questions? Before I proceed further, anyone have any questions?
No, Manu, I'm good.
All right. All right. So the very important point that you need to understand is command line operating system. Okay, command line operating system Linux. This is the first agenda of our whole training. Okay, the first training of our topic will be the Linux. So let's start with this. So again, when you say Linux, okay, it is okay. Let's start understand. Okay, Linux. Before Linux, the whole world. Okay, till 1980s, there is one of the very famous operating system called as. It all started with Unix. It all started with Unix. No doubt, Unix is one of the most powerful and one of the highly used operating system at that time, at around 1980s. Okay, so Unix is a command line operating system of its kind and first one during that time. Okay, in 1980s. Okay, but if you want to use Unix, you need to buy their own hardware along with the operating system. This is the dependency they used to have, hardware plus software. If you want to use a Unix operating system, which is a command line, you need to buy both the hardware and software from them. Okay, it's just like iPhone. If you want to use an iPhone, it's not like you can download iOS and you can install on Samsung phone. No, you need to buy the hardware from them. Along with the hardware, you'll get the software. That means there is a tight compatibility between the hardware and software, keeping the Unix machines extremely costly. It is no doubt it is extremely reliable and one of the highly used operating system, but but okay, it is one of the it is one of the very costly. Okay, I didn't get response. I could see Raj. I would like to talk to you after the class. I don't know, Raj. Not sure which response it is. So feel free to post me the question now. I didn't see your question. All right. So Unix is one of the highly used operating command line operating system during 1980s. Okay. And if you want to use Unix operating system, you need to buy the hardware from the same vendor, keeping it extremely costly, and none of the domestic users were able to afford it. Only universities and colleges at the time can afford Unix operating system. No doubt, only the commercial companies and the universities used to afford, not the public. How we are using Linux or Windows, it's not like that. It's extremely costly, and no doubt it is very good, strong, and reliable operating system. But at the same time, it's super costly. During that time, 1985 and all, a person called as Linus Torvalds, he thought that why do I need to pay for an operating system which is not that much great. So even though it is great, why I need to pay them? So this Linus Torvalds, he started one project called as Linux project. Okay, Linux is not an operating system; it's a kernel. Okay, what is a kernel? Let's see that later. Okay, Linus Torvalds, he started a project called as in 1985 or 88. He started a project called as Linux, and he named it as he want to market as open source project. Okay, what is an open source? Let's discuss it.
Yeah. Easily
Okay,
available to use. Oh, okay.
okay, okay, let's go there later. So uh, he started a project and he named it as open source project, and he gave a call to everyone in the world, all the developers across the world, whosoever wants to contribute to the Linux project, they can contribute. He used the word called as open source. So let's understand what is open source. So anyone can tell me what is open source? Anyone anyone
When anybody can go ahead and make their own modifications which are freely available on the internet.
Okay, that means code is open, right?
Hmm.
Am I correct? Code is
Yes.
open.
Yes.
Open. Anyone? What are the other aspects?
Yeah, anyone can develop anything. Ultimately, works what works the best. Like the copywriter holder, maybe they grant the just like how we get different versions of Python, or like people try to develop, and what suits the best, they implement that.
Again, that falls under code is open. You're correct. Code is open.
and it is
Mm,
free.
okay. That's may or may not be free. In open source doesn't necessarily to be free. May or may not be free. Okay. 90% it is
Yeah,
free, but may or may not be free. May or may
you
not
can
be
make
free.
any changes into the operating system as per your requirement.
Correct. Code is open.
As per
You can
the,
update the code. You're correct. Code is open. Yes, you're correct. Code is open. Okay. Code is open. Anyone else? Anything? Anything? Anyone? Okay. Let me tell you. Code is absolutely open. That means anyone can add or modify. That means code is not proprietary. Okay. Code is not proprietary. Anyone can modify it and you can use it of your own. And may or may not be free. May or may not be free. Can or cannot be licensed. Okay. And one more very important point. If you are making money from the open source product, you need to pay. So there is a product which is free for home purpose or school purpose. But if you are using the same product and making money out of it, obviously you need to pay. Okay. This is one of the constraint or condition. Okay. If the community is okay, okay. If you are making money from the open source product, you need to pay. Okay, you need to pay. So these are the terms. Okay, these are the terms of the open source. And Windows is not an open source. The code is not open. Only the Windows guys can contribute. Okay, only the Windows guys can contribute. Only they will release the software. In Linux, it's not like that. It's absolutely open source, and that's the reason. If Facebook wants any flavor of any operating system of their own, if they want to do something, and Twitter wants something and Google wants something, they'll take the open source code and they'll start adding on the top of it as per their requirement. This is the concept of open source. Almost all the DevOps tools, 99 point of the DevOps and cloud tools are open source, and everything is Linux based. Okay, Linux is an open source software, and almost all the DevOps tools that we are going to learn are also open source. And okay, and we say, clear, any question on this? Okay, now a licensing model. Let's talk about Linux licensing model. You don't, hey Manu, you said it's open source. Why again licensing model? Okay, so before going to Linux licensing model, let's talk about Windows licensing model. So if you want to use Windows, guys, if you want to use Windows, and do you know why Bill Gates became one of the richest billionaire, one of the billionaire when he was just 21 or 22, when he was just 24? Any idea why he was billionaire straight for 20 years? Till 2009, 10, he's the top billionaire. He's the richest person on the planet. Do you know? Just because of this Windows licensing model. Okay, so if a company like IBM has given you a laptop, if they have given you a laptop and they pay some, let's say, $300 licensing, okay, just for a normal laptop edition, and for every 1 year they need to renew. Every year they need to renew. It's not like our edition. Okay, I bought a laptop, I paid 5,000 rupees for Windows licensing, I'll get lifetime. No, corporate, it's not like that. Every year you need to renew the license. Corporate. Okay, this is one major challenge. And second thing is Windows licensing is based on the number of users. Let's say if it is a Windows server, okay, with 500 users, okay, then it's not like you'll buy one license and you'll use it for all the 500 users. No, okay, so you need to buy the license based on the number of users. Okay, this is one of the scariest point. Okay, let's say if it is a company like IBM. Okay, if a company like IBM, if they are if it is having 100,000 employees, do you think they can afford 100,000 licenses? Obviously no, right? So the Windows licensing model is based on the number of users, while Linux is not like that. You buy a license and it doesn't, I don't care how many number of users your organization have. Okay, this is one of the scariest point. And let's see the Windows licensing model. Windows server. Let's go with server. Why they're not giving the prices? Guys, can you see this? So the cost of there is $1,680, and if you're using 16 core license per 10 CL, so based on the number of users, and if you choose this 1463 is the cost. Based on the number of users, the cost would vary again, and it's very costly, very costly. Okay, and again, if you go here, Windows Server cost, Windows licensing cost. So can you see this? If you are going with the data center edition, okay, so it is going to be $99, just a desktop edition. And if you're going with a normal edition, it is $3,500. It is just for 50 users. Can you see this? They have mentioned you need to pay 3,500 rupees per year. And if you're using 50 users cap limit, okay. And if your company has huge number of users, the licensing cost will increase. Okay, if the users are less than 100, uh, it is like your electricity bill in India. Okay, if you consume 100 units, the unit charge will be some X amount. If you charge 200 units, the cost per unit will be some Y amount, right? Similarly, based on the number of users, the cost will be increasing predominantly. And if you see this here, guys, can you see this? This is 3,500, but this is 41,000. Why this is huge difference? Why? because based on the number of users, it's very, very costly, very, very costly. Okay, very, very costly, and that's one of the most scariest thing. And if you take any company, in every company, uh, if you take any company, minimum 1,000 to 2,000 servers they will be having. The company where I'm working, it has 3,000 servers. Almost everything is Linux server. Okay, then let's see about the licensing model of Red Hat. Okay, Linux. Okay, so Red Hat is the name of the company which is very famous for providing Linux. Okay, again, Linux is, since Linux is an open source, it will be provided by a lot of companies like IBM Linux, Oracle Linux, Red Hat Linux. Different companies provide Linux. Since it is an open source, anyone can take the code from the open source and they can have add the features or remove the features, and they can brand it and can sell it. Okay, Red Hat cost. Let's see. RHEL stands for Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So if you're going with a normal edition, okay, normal edition, let's say if you're working for a company like Cognizant, they have given you a desktop. And on the top of the desktop, they have installed, okay, and the top of the desktop, they have installed Red Hat Linux. So you need to pay $350 licensing for Red Hat. Okay, so you can also use open source, absolutely open source edition, which is absolutely free. But in corporate, okay, corporates are making money, right? So software cannot be free to them. Okay, so for you as a home user, you can download it directly from the internet and you can install it. But companies like IBM, Cognizant, TCS, they are making money, right? So obviously they have to pay. If not, it is against the compliance and Red Hat can sue them. And again, if it is a data center edition, you need to pay $2,500 licensing for support. Okay, and if you are just using a normal, okay, and if you are using a normal activated user, okay, if you want to use it, okay, this is for server, sorry, it's not desktop. So for a normal server without any support, you need to pay $350. If it is a data center edition, okay, it's a data center edition, you need to pay $2,500. If you are a normal company user, corporate user, desktop edition, you need to pay $180. Again, different versions are there. Okay, if you want a developer support version, okay, if you need developer support, you need to pay 2,000 to $5,000. Okay, but they will give you 25 subscriptions. Okay, 25 subscriptions, 5,000 divided by 25, that will be the cost of it. Okay, this is the model of it. Okay, this is the model of Red Hat licensing model, and this is based on the support, guys. Okay, if you see Red Hat support, Red Hat support costs, subscriptions. Okay, so if you want round the clock support, okay, if you want round the clock support, you need to pay some amount. And if you want weekday support, you need to pay some amount. Like that, the subscriptions would vary. Okay, subscriptions would vary. This is how the Red Hat Linux, Red Hat model works. Trust me, in corporate, okay, if you see Linux, if it is production grade, majority 80+% you would see Red Hat Linux. Red Hat is the name of the company which is distributing the Linux Hundreds brand. Okay, they don't do something extraordinary. The only thing they do extraordinary is they are known for support. Okay, the reason that you are paying for licensing is for the support. Okay, you bought a super luxury car, and if that luxury car is giving you any trouble, okay, so if you don't have a support, let's say if there is no one to repair the car, to do the maintenance of the car, even though how good the car is, do you buy the car? Obviously no, right? So there is a very medium performance car, but if it is gives you any issue, the maintenance is available locally and the people will come and fix it in less than 3 hours. Which car do you buy?
Later one.
Correct, the one which gives you the better support, right, guys?
Mm.
So always in corporate everyone looks for a product who gives the better support. Okay, even though the product is here and there, but if they're giving you the better support, it gives you very good. Let's say last, I think in the month of March or April, there is an issue came up, log4j vulnerability. Okay, that is some issue with one of the software in Linux. Okay, software in Linux, not Linux, Java based software. So if you're using an open source edition, if it is a license free edition, no one is there to support you, no one is there to guide you. If you use a Red Hat Enterprise Linux, who is there to support you? They have sent a nice email to us stating that, hey, 80% of your machines has Red Hat Linux. Of these machines, this XYZ software is installed on it. Remove that software and upgrade the software. If not, yeah, hackers can hack your machine. So they gave you the support. Let's say my performance of the machine is not good. I don't have good Linux engineer. I can reach out to Red Hat team. They'll take my system report and they'll fix it. Corporates always want that kind of support, and Red Hat is known for support. Okay, Red Hat is known for support, guys. And for your information, Red Hat is not an independent company anymore. IBM has acquired this company. Okay, IBM just 2 years back has acquired the company Red Hat, and it is one of the biggest acquisition so far. It's $35 billion deal, guys. I mean, if Elon Musk buys Twitter, that's the second story. But till date, $35 billion acquisition is one of the biggest deal. Okay, technically, it's an IBM software now. All right, guys. So if in your company, if in your okay, any questions on this? Okay, so the word Red Hat, if you go to any interview, they'll ask you, okay, do you know Linux? Yes, I know Linux. Which flavor and distribution of Linux have you worked on Linux? What is this flavor and distribution? Let's talk about it. Anyone have any idea what is flavor and distribution in Linux? Anyone?
The flavor is like one OS, what I call is like RHEL, Ubuntu, and Fedora. These are all flavors.
Right. Okay. So guys, see, we said that we said that Red Hat is an open source, Linux is an open source edition, right? So what if I say there are 300 plus variants in Linux, 300 plus officially recognized, officially recognized. Okay, there are 300 plus variants in Linux, and each and every variant has a Linux, but anything would be forming from here. Either it is from Fedora. Okay, okay, there is something else as well. Let me show you that. Okay, Linux distributions. Linux distribution structure. This is one of the famous image that I use most of the times. Where is that? Linux, not directory distributions. This is the one. Okay, if you see this, okay, there are three variants of operating system. One is SUSE Linux. Okay, scroll down. Debian. Yeah, Debian. I forgot the name. Debian. Fedora. You take any operating system, it will be, this will be the source. Okay, from there only they would have taken that code. Okay, either it can be from Debian based, or scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, or it can be from Red Hat. Scroll down. So majorly these two. Okay, majorly these two. When I say Fedora, just consider, since it is bigger one, Red Hat. So the any of the Linux softwares, any of the Linux operating system that you take, either it can be from Red Hat Linux or from the, okay, Debian Linux. So let's take Red Hat. Okay, so the Red Hat is the origin. Okay, they made the Linux stabilized, and someone else, okay, has taken the code and they rebranded it with the name of Caldera Open Linux. Okay, someone has rebranded it as all Concactiva Linux. So like this, huge number of Linuxes are there, huge number of Linux. Okay, and here they made it as Red Hat Enterprise again. And again, if you see this here, Oracle Enterprise Linux, this is also very famous, guys. I'm highlighting here Oracle Enterprise Linux. Okay, this is also famously called as OEL, stands for Oracle Enterprise Linux. See what Oracle does, these guys take the code from the Red Hat and they rebrand it as, trust me, they just take the code and rebrand it as Oracle. That's all. The code is absolutely same, but the support will be given by Oracle, and you'll be paying support to the Oracle Enterprise Linux. Okay, but they'll be giving support for 50% lesser than what Red Hat does. Okay, so if your customers are second grade customers who are concerned about the cost, there are also chances they'll go with OEL. OEL stands for Oracle Enterprise Linux. Again, it is a clone of Red Hat. Okay, so similarly, huge number of Linuxes are there. Okay, huge number of. Okay, so and each and every flavor of Linux you go, the commands would vary. Okay, so it's practically impossible to learn all the 300 plus flavors, but we aim for majority of the market, and the majority of the market, 80+% of the market, is Red Hat based machines. Okay, Red Hat based machines. And in the Debian based machines, the famous thing is Ubuntu is famous at a desktop level, but at the enterprise servers level, and the famous thing is Red Hat. Okay, the famous thing is Red Hat, so we'll stick to Red Hat. Okay, guys, so you can and one more thing, Red Hat, whenever you are using in your corporate, you need to pay licensing. You need to pay licensing, but there is a small shortcut to this. There is a community called as CentOS. Okay, what these guys do is they'll just take the code from Red Hat, they'll just rebrand it to CentOS, and they'll redistribute it. That's all. Okay, if you want to use it even in enterprise, you don't have to pay anyone. Okay, if in your project, if you're having 1,000 machines, okay, and out of 1,000 machines, if you 250 machines are 250 are production, and rest 250 are pre-prod, and 250 are development machines, and 250 are QA machines. Okay, usually prod and pre-prod should be very much close to each other. They'll go with Red Hat. Okay, because in production, if they have any issues, someone should be helping them. They'll go with Red Hat. For development machines and QA machines, and for R&D machines, they'll go with CentOS, because they don't have to pay anyone. Okay, this is the solution. Even I would suggest, if I work anywhere, and even I suggest, even this is my project is most of the times. Okay, so this way you can reduce the billing cost to your company. Okay, so only the production grade missions you will be using Red Hat, rest of the missions you will be going with CentOS. Okay, so CentOS is a clone. Okay, CentOS is a clone of Red Hat, guys. Okay, any questions on this, anyone so far? Any questions on this, anyone?
Manu, what about support for CentOS? Do
uh,
they provide since it is free?
since CentOS is free, okay, you're not paying anyone, so no one will support you, but the community support is very, very high. Okay, the best thing with these softwares is community support. You just type something, you'll get a solution. Okay, the community support is very high. So majority of the solutions, 90+% of the solutions, you'll get it in community itself. Okay, it's a community support, not enterprise support. But yes, it's a trade-off. If you want money, if you want to save money, you need to hire some good engineers. Okay, community support. The reason why people are ready to pay more for good qualified engineer is the good qualified engineer will ensure to troubleshoot all the things without the need of any external support. Okay, yeah. Here you'll get an enterprise class support because you're paying someone, but here you're not paying anyone, so you'll get a community support. Community support is just like the company who has started this CentOS. Okay, they'll have a group of people, 20, 20, 30, 50 people, who maintains a community, who responds back to the questions in the open source community. All right, guys. Raj, are you in the session? He's not in the session. Raj, do you have any questions?
Uh, yes, I am in the session. I will ask my question later. I think I got no, I missed my answer yesterday.
Sorry.
I got my answer yesterday when you were answering the other people's question. So I think I'm good.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Okay.
For some reason, I missed your question. In case if I miss anyone's question, just feel free to raise a hand, or you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay. I have not limited anyone's mute button. Anyone have the right to speak. Okay. Everyone can unmute yourself and you can buzz me. All right. Thank you, guys. Just you have an option. Okay. I didn't limit that. All right. Okay. This is about the costing model. And in our training, which model do we use? Which flavor do we use? Okay. So we are going to use CentOS, an absolute clone of it. Again, in CentOS, we are going to use 7. Okay. The latest version of CentOS is 8, but we are going to use it CentOS 7 only. There is a solid reason for it. Okay. The latest version of CentOS, okay. And the latest version of Red Hat is Red Hat 8. And the latest version of CentOS is obviously it's 8 only, right? So Red Hat 7, and the latest version of Red Hat is 8. Obviously, the CentOS latest version is also 8. In training, we'll be using the Okay, in training we'll be using CentOS 7. Okay, both of them are same. If you want Red Hat also can be used, but all our tools are made on the top of CentOS. Why we are using CentOS 7? Why not CentOS 8? Anyone would like to know the reason why we are not going with the latest one version behind? Even in session, if one person says yes, I would like to know, I'll tell the answer.
Yes.
Okay, let me know.
Stability.
Okay,
Yes.
sure. Okay, let's take it up. Okay, so I said that 2.5 years back, Red Hat was acquired by a company called as IBM. Okay, Red Hat is no longer an independent company. It is, I mean, the CEO of the Red Hat company reports to the IBM CEO. Okay, so IBM has acquired the Red Hat. Okay, this is something which has happened. Okay, just remember this point. Earlier, Red Hat used to develop the Red Hat used to contribute and develop things and make it more stable. And Red Hat till Red Hat 7, and CentOS community used to just take the clone and they used to market it. Okay, so everyone used to, even corporate companies used to use the CentOS 7 till CentOS 7. Okay, once the software is ready, okay, once the product is marked as stable and reliable, once it is made generally available, so these guys used to download the software and rebrand it. Okay, that means it's going to be a post development version. Once the development is completed, that is called as post development version. Okay, so is so once the software is ready, once they made it as public, then CentOS community used to clone it and rebrand it and used to publish it, right? So okay, this used to happen till Red Hat CentOS 7. Okay, during the time, okay, during the IBM Red Hat acquisition time, they used to release a new version of software was released, a new version of Red Hat is going to be released, and that is Red Hat 8. When Red Hat 8 came up, okay, by the time it was acquired by Red Hat, IBM. So IBM has imposed a policy. The policy changes were there. Okay, don't release the post development versions or the stably marked versions to the public directly, okay, or to the communities. Okay, that means only during the development phase you can take the software. Okay, that means okay, during the part of the development, this is in development, pre-development. Okay, once it is during the pre-development version, that means it's not at market for public yet. Okay, it's not market for public yet. Okay, still it is in the development phase. Only when it is in the development phase, you are ready, you are supposed to use it for free. Okay, all right. So they made this policy. Because of that, they are not able to take the post development version. Now it is a pre-development version. The CentOS 8, whatever you use is CentOS 8 is a pre-development version, not the post development version. Okay, it's not stably great version. It has a lot of bugs, and all the CentOS fans were hurted a lot because of this. And this CentOS community, okay, I had see actually this this rule they have imposed based on the rules of the CentOS. Actually, IBM don't want CentOS to give the software like that because it affects their revenue, is what they claim. But when Red Hat is allowing post development version for CentOS, the community team from CentOS used to contribute, okay, freely for Red Hat guys. Okay, since they are taking the software from the Red Hat team used to contribute in the development part as well. But when they imposed this principle, they stopped contributing, and okay, and the same community started another project called as Rocky Linux. Okay, Rocky Linux, and this is the future. Again, this is the post development version from Red Hat. Okay, so because of the CentOS terms and conditions, they cannot take the post development version. So they changed their terms and conditions and they rebranded it as Rocky Linux, and it's going to be very famous in the next 1 to 2 years. So CentOS is going to be out of support in next 3 to 4 years. I think in 2 to 3 years it's going to be out of support. Okay, once it is out of support, everyone will start using Rocky Linux. Okay, package management for Rocky Linux is not much good at, so that's the reason I'll stick to CentOS on. Okay. All right, guys, this is most mature and stable version. It's a bug free. That's the reason I would like to go with CentOS 7. Okay, almost all remains the same, but you can say that Even in interviews, so don't say I use CentOS 8. Don't believe. Okay, just say that in your project is Red Hat based, so you have good expertise on Red Hat 8 and Red Hat and CentOS. That's all. Okay. Okay, keeping that in mind, to use the most stable and greatest version, so we'd like to stick to CentOS 7 in our project. All right, guys. Okay, perfect. So we learned what is open source, which version and which flavor of Linux are we going to use, and we saw how many flavors and distribution of Linux are there. Okay, so few people will call it as a distribution, and few people will call it as flavor of Linux or distribution of Linux. Both of them are same. Okay, which brand it is, whether it is Ubuntu based, if it is Ubuntu based, which brand? Okay, whether it is Red Hat based machine or SUSE Linux or Oracle Linux. So or IBM Linux. So a lot of flavors of Unix are there. Let me take a note. Okay, example Linux. Okay, so here are a few of the Linux: Red Hat Linux, CentOS Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Fed. Okay, Debian Linux, Kali Linux. Kali Linux. Almost all the ethical hackers use this Kali Linux, and SUSE Linux, and IBM Unix. IBM AX. Again, it's AX Unix, and HP has its own flavor. Unix. Like this, almost 300 flavors are there. We are very much interested in only these two. Rest I don't care. Okay, even in interviews, you can even in your resumes and interviews, you can straight away say that you worked on Red Hat and CentOS based machines, because for the next 85 hours, we are going to talk only on these things. All right. Any questions? I would like to pause for a minute to take up any questions if you have any.
One question I'm having, who
Mhm.
is going to give us the Rocky Linux? It is going to be a Red Hat based or CentOS based?
Red Hat based.
Red Hat.
If you
The
want, you
parent
can download
company
it.
we can say, or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
The parent company is Red Hat only.
acha. And they are going to. Why is it so? If only when they are having Red Hat 8 already in the market, why they are
Mhm.
looking forward for Rocky Linux?
Because if you want to use Red Hat, you need to pay licensing. If you want to use CentOS and Oracle Linux, you don't have to pay anyone. It's absolutely free, license free, even for
That
enterprise.
I'm clear, but still, when already they are making their own competitor, no, that's
I didn't get your question. To be honest, you're breaking in between.
actually I'm
Can you,
saying
mm,
already they have released Red Hat 8, right? And
correct, correct.
again, they are
Mhm.
just reducing their own market by releasing Rocky Linux into the market. So that's why I was
Mhm.
asking.
Okay. If they are allowing Rocky Linux, why they are not allowing CentOS 8? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay. See, they made the Red Hat, IBM is aware that CentOS is openly publicly giving it as per the CentOS guidelines. Okay, they have some terms and conditions, right? So CentOS also have some terms and conditions. With respect to those terms and conditions, okay, they made certain policies. Okay, that's the reason they just left the CentOS and they start a new project. So those terms and conditions won't apply to this brand new startup, right?
Okay.
Okay, each and
No,
every
they are
company has some
making
term.
their own competitor, no? Rocky Linux is means they whenever when they are having already Red Hat 8, but still
Mhm.
they are releasing Rocky Linux. It means people will move to Rocky Linux rather than going for Red Hat 8. Now that's why.
Not really. Red Hat is a Red Hat. There cannot be any competitor to it. Okay, there cannot be
Acha.
any competitor to it. And I'll ask you one simple question. Um, Windows 10. Okay, technically, if you are supposed to use Windows and if you are
Mm.
supposed to use Excel in your Windows computer, technically you're supposed to buy license. As yes or no?
Yeah, yeah,
But
for
but but have you seen anyone out of 800 computers you see Windows computers, 80 are unlicensed? Do you agree with me?
yes.
They use some crack version and they'll get the license and they'll
Pirated.
activate it somehow. Right? Excel also is the
Mhm.
same. right? Do you think Microsoft cannot control that?
They can.
But why they don't want? Because they don't want to lose the user base. Okay, so
Mhm.
Windows, and Windows is not just making by money by selling its operating system. Okay, Windows is making money by allowing the applications to be running on the top of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the number of users, if the number of Windows users are more, the number of people who develop the Windows applications will be more, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you would have known this phone, right? BlackBerry. So
Yeah.
back in 2015 or 16 or 17, when I was using BlackBerry, I want to use some applications on my BlackBerry. It says that this app is not supported in the Twitter store. Okay, so you
Mhm.
used to get this message. Why? Because the number of the number of BlackBerry users are more. Okay, the developers are not ready to write an application of the BlackBerry version. And since the number of users are more, developers are not contributing applications on it. Obviously, the people who are ready to buy BlackBerry were predominantly reduced. Obviously, they went out of market, right? It's not just operating system, application market demands the thing. Okay, so they don't want to lose the market. If they want, they can, but they don't want to lose the market. They want to give opportunity to users.
Okay.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right,
Yeah. Thank you.
all right. And this is one of the reason why Amazon Web Services gives users 1 year of free service. I mean, free tier account as well. Okay, all right. So we know that without Linux, we cannot proceed further, and we want to learn Linux. So how can we learn Linux? Okay, let me tell you this way. How can we learn Linux? Linux is that much important. How are we going to learn Linux? Okay, you have a lot of options. You can create a VM, create a VM
Hello.
on your,
Hello, Manu. Kishan is over here.
yeah. Hey Kishan, hi.
Yeah, yeah. Just the last you told me, right? Just to explain about the Red Hat and the Rocky Linux. Red Hat
Mhm.
already they acquired by the IBM, right?
Correct,
And the
correct,
same flavor is from the Rocky Linux is there. Right
correct.
now, that is right. Red Hat, maybe right now we
Eight.
get the only support we have to pay. But right now
Mhm.
IBM is acquired, but it is go for a proprietary, right? It will charge many dollars, maybe make charged. How do we get the Rocky Linux free? Because the same company is acquired from there.
You can
Do you
directly
know?
get it from their website if you are
Okay,
interested. But it's not matured yet. It's just in the place in the process of incubation. So it will take 1 more year to get mature.
okay. But is Rocky Linux also acquired by the IBM only because this is a different
No, no,
community
no.
is working over
It's
there.
it's altogether a different community. It has no relation with IBM or Red Hat.
Okay, okay,
Only the
okay.
CentOS community only came out and rebranded it.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. You told us right after 2 years, Rocky Linux will become up. That's the reason.
2 to 3 years. So yeah, 2 to 3 years it might. Then let's see. So we can't forecast more than 2 to 3 years. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
So till 2024 or 25, CentOS 7 will still be there. Okay. All right.
okay, okay.
So create. So how can hope I address your question, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So how can we learn Linux? How can we learn Linux? There are multiple ways. So one is creating a virtual machine on the top of your laptop. Okay. By on the top of some virtual box. Okay. Again, this is not production grade. Next is there are some providers like Katacoda who provides your VM. Again, this is not complete Linux. Okay. Or go with the Linux based laptop. If yours is a Linux based laptop, or create a live server, create a server, Linux server on AWS cloud. So among all these three, I don't want to go with first, second, three options because I want to go with production grade. I want to show you what is being used in reality. Okay, so these are all the test environment, college style. Okay, but we want to go with enterprise grade. Okay, this is the one I want to take. I want to teach you guys Linux on the top of Amazon cloud. Okay, so I'm going to create a server on the top of Amazon cloud, and I'm going to create this server on the top of Amazon cloud, and I want to teach Linux on the top of it, guys. Okay, these are all sandbox environments. You might not get all the 100% cloud features for your Linux, so here you get all the 100% features, so you can enjoy all the 100% Linux here. So this is the approach that I'll take. Okay, all right, so we want to have a account. Okay, we need to create an account, guys. Amazon offers you a free account, guys. Okay, let me open. Okay, so Amazon is one of the best provider. Okay, so Amazon AWS, just type AWS. So click Amazon Web Services. They'll offer free service account. Okay, they'll offer free account. AWS free tier. Just type free tier. Amazon offers you the free tier account for 1 year, absolutely 1 year. You can consume almost all the services uh, definitely. Okay, they give some conditions, you need to stick to those conditions. Okay, so we are going to create an AWS account because for the next 85 hours we are going to practice everything on the top of AWS because the market is AWS. Okay. All right, so we are going to get 12 months of this account is absolutely free for 12 months, guys. If it is Azure, they give you free tier account just for 1 month. Okay, by the time you know what is cloud, what are the basic services, your account will expire. Okay, but that's not the case with Amazon gives you 1 year. Okay, almost all the services that they give will be free for 1 year, and this account is always free. You don't have to pay any of the time unless until you use this account is free. You don't have to pay for it, and Amazon offers you services for 1 year free. Okay, there are certain conditions you need to follow. I am going to teach you what are those conditions. If you follow those conditions, almost everything is going to be free. Okay, for the next 2 or 3 months that I'm going to teach, you might end up paying 400 to 500 rupees per month. That's all, very less amount. Okay, all right, so these are all the list of services that Amazon is going to offer. EC2 stands for Amazon Cloud Compute, Elastic Cloud Compute. This is a server service. In Amazon, everything is a service, guys. Okay, in cloud, basically everything is a service. I want to create a server, there is a service. I want to store some disk, there is a service. I want to have a database, there is a service. I want to have some Kubernetes, or I want to run some container, there is a service. I want to have some caching solution, there is a service. I want to have some load balancing, there is a service. I want to I want to have a very small dynamic database, that is a service. I want to have anything is a service. In Amazon, everything is a service. Okay, these are all the limitations that Amazon is giving. You can run 750 hours for servers. Okay, Amazon is going to give you one type of server that is absolutely free for 750 hours per month. Okay, 750 hours per month you can consume it, and 5 GB of disk you can consume it, and you can consume a database of 750 hours. That means, so 24 into 30, how much? 24 into 30, it's almost 720. Okay, so even if you run one server for continuously 30 days, still it will be free. Okay, even the same with RDS database. So these are all the things that they are going to give you absolutely free. So we are going to consume all the possible all the possible. Okay, so we are going to consume all the possible free services, and we are going to learn everything on the top of it. Okay, so yeah, that's all. So let's create a AWS account. My goal is to create an AWS account, to create a server today, and then go there. All right. Okay, so I would like to create an AWS account. AWS account. Uh, so I have a Gmail which is created, manu.cloudautomations. Okay, manu.cloudautomations. Let me create an AWS account, AWS free hire. So all you need to do is just click this, create an AWS account. One more important point I forgot to tell you guys. Going forward, whatever I'm going to teach you, okay, whatever I'm going to teach you, okay, whatever I'm going to teach you, okay, I'm telling whatever I'm going to teach you, everything will be published. Okay, I mean, once the group is finalized, we'll have a personal group, we'll have an LMS portal, everything. Till the time group gets finalized, you don't have to write anything. Okay, we are going to write everything here. Okay, we are going to publish the things here inside this panel. There is something called as a Linux learning. So we are going to publish this thing to you. right after the session, you'll get this link as well. So whatever the course or whatever the content that I'm going to teach, everything will be written here. So you don't have to take any hand notes or anything. All you need to do is just listen to the session. That's all. Okay. So the notes, the running notes that is needed, the material that is needed, everything will be shared to you guys. Okay. This is my previous batch. This is my previous batch. I mean, completed batch. So everything, everything will be published to you like this. Let's say if you want to know, some Linux learning, everything step by step instructions will be added here. So you don't have to take a note of any of these things. Okay, let me take Linux CLI CMD. Okay, so we have written every hand notes, possible hand notes here. Okay, all you need to do is listen with high attention. That's all. Everything will be shared to you. Okay, till the batch get confirmed, that means for the next 1 week are free sessions, right? So till the time batch gets confirmed, I'm going to show you everything over these links. Okay, right after the session you'll get it, guys. Okay, please don't take any of the notes. All right, switching back to, okay, so
Manu,
I
just one question.
mhm,
When you say we are going to create an account on AWS, so is it
mhm.
aws.amazon.com, or you have created your personal domain?
Not personal domain. I'm going to create a free tier account, not a corporate
Okay.
account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I might have a corporate account, but you might not have a corporate account, right? So let's go with free tier. Okay.
So, do we need to create the account right away, or we can create it once you create it? Later on.
After the session, just try to see how I'm creating, and after the
Mm-hmm.
session you can create. It will take less than 24 hours to activate.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just
Yep.
like Gmail creation, only easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank you.
so I am just signing up. All you need to do is just type AWS free tier. Okay, in the internet you just type AWS free tier, click start a free tier account, click this here and enter your email address. I want to create a free tier account, click this, and Manu dot cloud automations, and account name, I want to give the account name as same training. Some name. Okay, if you are working for a company, you'll say that, okay, Google Business, your project name. Okay, but since it is 6 a.m. training, DevOps 6 a.m. training. I want to verify my email. Okay, I would have got an email to my Gmail. Click this, Mono.cloud automations. I would have get an OTP. Mono.cloud automations. Let me switch to that account. Okay, I need to enter the OTP. Let me enter the OTP. Why? Okay, okay, it says this account already exists. Then which one I should use? DevOps Cloud AWS one. This says that account already exists. I would have used that account already. So let me go with another account. Seems like even this I have used it. Mhm, mhm, mhm. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Manovarma.batch 44. Not now. The Gmail that I'm used it, I already used it to create an account in the previous batch. So that's the reason. What the hell? Even here I created it. Okay, all right. So 1 minute. I have a couple of email addresses. Allow me 1 minute of time. 1 minute. It should be quick. Mono.cloud automations. affiliate account. Oh, and this account exists. Okay, let me tell you how to do that. Okay, so you need to enter the username and password here. After that, I have screenshots. Let me send you. Let me share you that. Okay, you need to enter the username and password after that. This is the first step. And once you enter the username and password, then you need to click the second link. Okay, you need to enter the details. Okay, you need to enter your details. Okay, so you need to enter your mobile number, okay, your address, everything. Just click on the sign up. And then once you click the sign up, okay, all you need to do is, okay, oh, I should not share this. Okay, you need to enter the bank details. These are dummy details. And once you enter the details, you need to click the you need to click the complete. So you'll get a congratulations message after 2 rupees is deducted from your account. That's all. So once it is done, you can sign up. You can easily sign in with your Gmail address. Okay. So after that, you'll get an email like this. Okay. So you'll get a Gmail like this. Okay, stating that, hey, your account has been created successfully. You have free access to all the cloud storage, everything. So that's all. So once your account is created, you're good to go. Okay. So let me sign in. I have created an AWS account just before the session because it takes some time. Okay, if you use credit card, it will be activated very instantly, like it will take less than 1 to 2 hours. If you use debit card, it will take 12 to 24 hours. Okay, just try to use Manover trainer. Okay, this is the Gmail that I'm going to use, this batch trainer.manoverma dot 6 a.m. is that email that I'll be using. That is a brand new account. Okay, done.
Manu,
So
like
this is the uh-huh.
after 12 months, like how to stop this auto debit amount? Is it auto debit or do we need to activate it again or how it will
Which one?
be?
After
As we
one
are
year?
entering our debit card, yeah, credit
Uh-huh.
card details.
Uh-huh.
So how it will be after 12 months? So will the
Uh,
amount get auto debited after 12 months? Like do we need to remember it and
no,
cancel the subscription?
no. They bill you based on every month. Okay, it's a monthly billing, pay as you go model. Whatever the services that you are going to use with Amazon, they are going to charge you on the month, every month end. Okay,
Okay.
if you are not comfortable with auto debit, okay, you can you always have an option to cancel there. I'll show you. But by default, it is not auto debit. You need to click yes when you're doing the payment for the first time.
Acha, okay. Okay.
All right,
I
that's a
mean
good
this
question.
12 months free subscription.
Yes, it is free subscription only.
Okay. The after 12 months we'll get notice, right? To
Yeah,
cancel.
I mean the account is always free. The account is
Okay.
always free. You don't have to pay. But after
Okay.
12 months, if you consume any services apart from the free tier limit, okay, the free tier, whatever the Amazon is giving you, the free tier resources that you can use, free tier will be only available for the first 12 months. After that, the account is free, services won't be free.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is how the Amazon page looks like. This is the brand new page, and this is the 6 a.m. training which I have created it. And here you can see Amazon health information. Okay, so from the past 7 days, no issues from Amazon. So this is also one issue. You are noticing some weird issues in your project. If you want to see whether Amazon has reported any issues or not, how do you check it? You can check it everything here. If any outages or if any server issues or anything are there, okay, with respect to Amazon, they'll report it here. You don't have to search in internet as well. Okay. All right, this is how you can create your AWS account and you can consume the services. Okay, Amazon is operating in these many countries and these many regions, guys. Okay, so if your business is based out of Europe, you can create your infrastructure and you can store your data in Europe. If your business is based out of US, you can create your infrastructure in US. Okay, so by default 4 to 5 countries are allowed, and among all, North California is something which is one of the first. In 2007, when Amazon started its cloud business, North Virginia is the first region which they have started, which they have started. So almost the reason we selected North Virginia to use is if Amazon releases any new features, North Virginia is the first region which they'll roll out all the features. And in North Virginia, the taxes are little low. That means the billing is also little low. Okay, when compared to all the regions, geographical locations, if you create your infrastructure in North Virginia, things are little inexpensive. North Virginia. Okay, so these are the areas where Amazon is operating. Amazon global map. So Amazon global infrastructure. These are the countries where Amazon. So Amazon is operating in 26 geographical regions. Okay. So here, if you see this, so green indicates it is already in operating in United States. Even if you see this here, guys, there is something called as GOV cloud, right? Even the government institutes and organizations like the electricity department, the tax department, even those departments believe Amazon cloud, and even they are using Amazon cloud in this specific region. Okay, in this geographical location, there is a geographical location in the United States named as AWS GOV cloud. It was launched in 2008. Okay, and even you can believe how compliant Amazon is, okay, with respect to security and the policies. That's the reason even United States is using it. Okay, so government cloud is having two regions here and here, two regions, US East and US West, but we don't have access to the government cloud because we are not a government agency. And wherever you see oranges, these are the areas where they have planned. Okay, even in Australia they have one region, and Sydney, and in Melbourne they are planning to construct. In India, in Mumbai we have one region, and in Hyderabad also it is coming soon. I think the IT minister has announced that Amazon is coming in 2020. I mean, from 2020 it is still coming soon. They said that by 2023 it will be operational. Okay, so right now only in Mumbai we have. Okay, but in Hyderabad also it's going to be launched very soon. In South America they have in Sao Paulo, and Africa, Cape Town, and see almost 26 regions they have announced it. Okay, these are the physical region, geographical regions. And what is this availability zone? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so when they say physical region, when they say physical region, so let's say if this is Mumbai, Mumbai region. Okay, Mumbai region, Mumbai region. Now you have signed up with Amazon and you're creating your infrastructure in Mumbai region. Okay, done. You're creating the infrastructure in Mumbai region. Okay, so you have 3 servers. Okay, 4 servers. Okay, let's say 5 servers. This is a shopping application. Let's assume it's a shopping application. Okay, these are all the servers. Okay, CentOS servers. Let's assume CentOS servers. These are all the CentOS servers. Okay, today we might not get a chance to create server. Tomorrow we'll deal there. Servers, CentOS servers. And in this CentOS server, we are running cart application, and in this we are running, okay, we are running payment application. And here we are running catalog. Let's assume catalog application, and here we are running some reviews application or rating application. Okay, and all our servers are hosted on the top of Mumbai region. Okay, so far good, things are good. Okay, done. Now because of some natural calamity, okay, because of some cyclone, because of some any earthquake or anything, you lost this zone. Okay, what happens to all the servers? You lost this region, you lost this data center. What happens to all the servers? This region is not just by used by you, right? By thousands of customers who are hosting their infrastructure in Mumbai region, all the thousands of customers infrastructure will be lost, right? What happens to your business? Guys, what happens to your business? If the region is down, what happens to all the servers, guys?
And they'll go
Business
down,
will
but
go
in
down.
the
Business will go down.
Yes, I mean all the servers go down, right? That means you're standing on first floor. If the ground floor is collapsed, almost the whole building will be collapsed, right? I'm saying you lost the whole region because of natural calamity. So obviously your application will be down because of the servers, right? So technically region is not where your infrastructure is hosted. Okay, region is not place where your infrastructure is hosted. Region is not where your infrastructure is hosted, guys. Okay, technically region is just a geographical location, but not the physical presence. The physical presence, to have high availability, region will be subclassified into multiple zones. Okay, this is called as AZ. AZ is also called as availability zone. In Mumbai, we have three physical locations, and those three physical locations are also called as availability zones. So keeping the availability in mind, Amazon has created the infrastructure. Again, the number of zones depends on the region. In North Virginia, they have six zones, and in Mumbai, they have three zones. Okay, so they will be in AP East one. Okay, that means in east part of the Mumbai, they'll have one region. I mean, one zone where they'll zone is just like a data center, and in US AP North, in the north part of the city, they'll have one more data center. And again, in west part, they'll have one more data center. Okay, so a region is nothing but a combination of zones, and these are called as availability zones. Okay, availability zone to have high availability. Okay, availability zone is also called as AZ, AZ1, AZ2, AZ. AZ stands for availability zone, and availability zone 3. Okay, this is a physical location. Okay, physical data center availability zone. Again, in this zone there could be multiple region, multiple subzones, but we don't talk about it. Okay, so now in our project, okay, how are we going to design the production grade application is, okay, let's say this is a cart. Okay, we are going to, keeping the availability in mind, we are going to have two carts. Okay, two carts, two carts, two carts. Then let's say next I also want catalog. Okay, next I also want to have catalog. I want to have catalog. So catalog I want to host here, two catalogs. Okay, availability in mind. Let's say I also want to have payment application. Payment application. So this is called as production grade implementation, keeping the availability in mind. Okay, now payment. Payment is something which is very important. Now, in this, if your application is hosted across different zones, now I'll tell you what will happen if you lose the data center in US West, AP West. So because of some natural calamity, you lost the whole zone. Now what happens? Do you think your application will still work or fail? Guys, our application will still work or fail?
No, it
Will
works.
it work?
Still works. Yeah, it
Yeah.
still works
Why?
because we
Redundancy
have
policy.
this.
Due to
See
redundancy
here,
policy of
exactly. So we have created two instances in various different zones. Okay, this is called creating the production grade infrastructure. Even in our project, we are going to create the complete e-commerce structure in this way. Okay, in different zones we are going to create, and traffic will be routed to these machines automatically. How to do that, what to do that, we'll see it on all the upcoming sessions. Okay, so I just want to give a high level snippet, and this is how
Okay.
we achieve high availability in the sessions. Okay, and this is what is used in reality. Okay, so because business every second of time makes your money. Okay, every second of time makes money. Okay, so when you are selling a solution to someone, okay, so as I said, it's all about selling solutions, right? When you are selling a solution to someone, they'll ask you what is the uptime of your product. They'll say that uptime dot is, they'll say that my product is 99.99% up, or 99.999% up. When someone says that my product is 99.99% up, that means they are committing you per month there can be a maximum of 4 minutes downtime. That's all. Okay, if someone says that my product is 99.9999% up, that means they're giving you a commitment of 24 seconds downtime per month, 26 of seconds of downtime per month. If they want to, many of the companies will try to achieve 99.99%. Okay, so achieving 99.999% is very tough. Okay, so to achieve this much availability you need to follow all these principles that I have said. Okay, so that's a difference between availability and region. So in a region there can be multiple zones, and the number of zones depends on the region that you have selected. Okay, in North Virginia it has 6 availability zones, Mumbai it has 3 availability zones. Okay, likewise. Okay, I think too much of story today. I think that's more than enough for today. I request everyone to create your AWS account and keep things ready. So from tomorrow, we'll start creating machines and we'll start working on it. All right.
Manu, here we have three
Uh-huh.
offers for the free tire.
Mm-hmm. Where?
So could you please go to that homepage of AWS free tire?
Uh-huh. Which one are you talking? Developer
When you
standard. Choose the first option.
no, it says like for some period of time it is free, and one second one is for 12 months, and one is
Send me
always
the
free.
screenshot. Always free. Go with always free.
Okay.
Account is always free. And don't do things in parallel. Just a request.
Sorry.
Don't do things in parallel.
No, no, no. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Umesh, you're saying that your screen is not visible. All right. I think that's all for today, guys. I think I thought of creating the infrastructure today itself, but that's okay. We went a little bit behind the schedule. That's okay. That's all for today. So we are going to meet up tomorrow. So tomorrow the session timings remains the same. So tomorrow also the session timing starts by 6 to 7:30. Okay, let's meet up tomorrow, guys. Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, Manu, like what is this
Uh-huh.
bamboo one like how this Kubernetes and this what is this bamboo set?
What is?
Bamboo like in
Uh-huh.
AWS DevOps job requirements, like we have seen
Mhm.
this bamboo one.
Okay. So
BAMBOO.
Bamboo is also like a CI tool, just like your Jenkins. If you know Jenkins,
Okay.
you know this. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Bamboo
I
is
know.
a continuous integration tool. Okay.
Okay.
But that is a product from okay Atlassian. Okay.
Okay.
So it's not a free product, free tire. So as I said, Jenkins usage is 80%. So we'll focus on
Okay.
80%.
And one
Okay.
more question, like
Uh-huh.
we as a experienced persons, like we keep like 4 years experience in this particular technology, or
Uh-huh.
I mean 3 or
Uh-huh.
4 years.
Uh-huh.
So like in the real time, or like in the interview questions, they always focus on the real time questions. Like so,
Mhm.
uh, when we do the projects, like how do we get a chance to do some production issues, and how we look into it, and what are the challenges we face like
we
when
are
the
going
production
to
comes.
we are going to work on two real-time projects, one very big project, and that project itself will take 85 hours. It's a greenfield approach. That means we assume we have nothing and we'll work
Okay.
on it. If you are able to say that project and if you are able to inherit, absorb the project, what I said, that is more than enough. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, for your information, you can show a minimum of 4.5 to 6.5 years of experience if you complete my training.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like, however, like, do we get the exposure to this, like, production issues, and how we
Yeah,
will
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah, yeah.
into it?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Everything we talk only on that. On
Okay.
the day one itself, I said how the project architecture, how are we going to create high availability, which is a
Yeah.
production grade principle again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. On day
Thank
one
you,
itself,
Manu.
I said it. Availability. So yeah, don't worry. If you practice and if you understand what I'm going to teach, that's more than enough. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
is no concept called as real time. Whatever I teach is something which is used. So we are very
Okay.
close to production. Okay.
Yeah.
So no simulators, no sandbox. Everything is production grade. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Including the software release process also we are going to cover. Versioning strategy, all these things. Okay. And what is the versioning strategy that you are using in your organization? Typically, they'll expect 1 to 2. We are going to see 3 options.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Any other questions,
And
anyone?
how about you said about the lab practice, right? Like from 7:30 to 9 something you're mentioning in the previous class. What was that, Manu?
You can practice after the session 7:30 to 9 o'clock. I'm saying just dedicate 1.5 hour. So session will be
Uh-huh.
completed by 7:30, right? I'm telling practice from 7:30 to 9. Just schedule that slot is what I'm saying. Lab.
Mm.
Okay, going forward, we are going to cover a lot of practical things. What I said is schedule one time. So your class is completing by 7:30. Schedule 7:30 to 9 as lab. You practice. If you have any questions, just post me. I'll help you back immediately. Okay,
Okay.
schedule
So
7:30
the
to 9
lab
as your lab.
practice on the individual account, that's what you said, right? Like,
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes. It is free, so it doesn't matter whether it is individual account or a group account. It's absolutely free.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, anyone? Questions? And guys, tomorrow session will remain the same. So tomorrow session will start at 7:30 a.m. Okay, sorry, it's at 7:30, 6 a.m. IST. So let's meet up tomorrow. So tomorrow session starts at 7:30 a.m. and the meeting link remains the same, guys. All right.
7:30 a.m. IST.
Sorry. So
It
tomorrow
is
session
6.
starts at 6. Okay. I said 7:30.
6.
Sorry for that. So tomorrow
Mm.
session starts by 6 a.m. IST. So please be on time. So yeah, 6 to 7:30, and the meeting link remains the same, guys. Still further notice.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Manu. Wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you very much. And let's meet up everyone tomorrow morning 6 o'clock. Okay. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great day
Bye-bye.
ahead, guys. If
Manu,
you have
this
any
middle
questions,
screen is 50%. While sharing, can you make it entire full screen? Because we are seeing
Yes,
this.
Manu, like even like in the middle of the screen, we are getting like I'm trying to fit it to screen, but even
sure.
it is
You
like
have
I
an
was
option here
hold down.
at the middle of your screen. Okay. There is an option called as hide everyone. Drop down. There is a drop down. Just click that. You'll get a drop down. You click hide everyone. You'll get the whole screen. Okay. In the
Uh,
middle
uh,
of
uh,
your
uh, uh.
screen,
Oh, okay.
there is an option
Yeah.
called as hide everyone. There is a drop down. If you click the drop down, you'll get a lot of views. Click hide everyone
Yeah.
option. Okay, if you click
Okay.
that, you'll get 100% of your my screen.
Yes, yes. Got it.
Helps you?
Yes.
I got
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You would have told me that I'm having this issue in the beginning of the session. I would have told this
Yeah, that was
the
I thought
beginning
it
of
happening.
is
it.
from your end. While teaching class, you make it entire full
No,
screen.
no, no.
We were
I'll try
waiting for
to no, no. I'll try to keep it as as optimized as possible visually. So yeah.
it. I
If anyone
think
is having any issue,
almost all of us are very new to go to tool this, so that's
okay,
what.
okay, okay. All right. Usually, whenever I say Zoom, people, many of the people uses corporate laptops, so that's the reason I don't use Zoom. Okay. All right. So guys, tomorrow we'll see what are all the softwares that are needed and we'll install all the softwares and we'll start practicing tomorrow itself. Okay. All right. That's all for today, guys. Okay. Thank you. If you have any
Thank you.
questions, I'm open. If not, we are good. All right, then let's meet up tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. So yeah, meeting link remains the same. That's all for today, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.